Howdy, Texas. My name is Wesley Hill, and I am a solutions engineer here at the Data and Insights Division of Tyler Technologies. I'm pretty excited to have the opportunity to speak with you today and to be a part of the Texas Smart Cities Summit. This is Tyler Technologies' first year at the summit, and looking at the agenda, it's an awesome year. As a former civil servant, I'm a little jealous that I'm stuck in this rectangle here and I don't get to enjoy it with you all. But alas, I hope you experience it to the fullest. My peers are at the conference though, and I encourage you to connect with them. Will they be as two-dimensional? You'll have to find out. To start off today's conversation, I wanted to take a minute to introduce you to Tyler Technologies. Many of you in the public sector may know who we are. Others might be thinking, Tyler, Texas, which is close, but it ain't us. We are, however, based in Plano. Tyler Technologies is a growing 6,000 plus team member software and services company with the sole focus of helping you, empowering people that serve the public. Tyler serves around 12,000 jurisdictions around the globe with 37,000 active installations of our products. And we couldn't be more pleased to have many across the great state of Texas contribute to that figure. During our time today, I wanted to share some of our learnings around a connected government and putting your data to work, both for the public's consumption and for internal operational needs. We will explore a bit of the City of Austin's Great Open Data Program, explore purpose-driven applications on top of that data, and then talk about extending that beyond yourselves and building connected communities. Hopefully, you walk away from our time together thinking connected communities, they're just like us. And if so, I have accomplished my tabloid dreams. The City of Austin is a national leader in the open data space. I've had the pleasure of working closely with this city, and there's some truly terrific folks here that I feel like I need to give a shameless shout out to first. So to Brad, Marvin, Nicole, Kim, Charles, keep up the great work. What you're about to see on the screen is Austin's Open Data Portal, and it's exactly what it says right when you open the page. It's a portal providing easy access to open data and information about your city government. It's for innovation, collaboration, transparency, and more informed decision making. This is the City of Austin's Open Data Portal. Right off the bat, you can see that I can easily search for data, or I am guided to data via these broad categories that let me explore. Additionally, I can just explore all the data and see that vast catalog. Clicking here, I can see the vast array of assets that the City of Austin has published to their data portal. Again, being able to search, and off to the left, I can filter by the robust metadata that each asset has, such as category, the data type, the department, and so on. I can see some common governmental functions here, and I can also see some that are pretty unique to Austin, like this pool map, which, having visited in August, I wish I knew of and I wish I took advantage of. I'm going to click on this real-time traffic incidents. Here we have the dataset primer page. This page is illustrative of all that rich metadata, from a name, from a description, to the attributes around ownership and who last updated the data set, when it was created, raw stats about how much data is in it. We can also see the schema, which gives us more insight into seeing if this is relevant to what we want to do. Down here, I even get a preview of the data, which is interactive, and I can sort, and I can highlight and extract values from here. Up at the top, we see the functional elements that the data portal provides the City of Austin, in that I navigated here, and now I want to do something with this asset. I can visualize it in the platform through the platform's visualization canvas. I can export it out of the platform in a variety of formats for use in my BI tool of my choice. I can even do that via an API endpoint with a few options, or use an OData endpoint to extract that to Power BI or the like. Having this flexibility, I can put this data to work in some purpose-driven applications. Let's go back to the City of Austin's homepage. and look at their Capital Project Explorer. This is a tool purpose-built for exploring capital projects. I can see the guidance on the screen, and I can see a map of all the robust projects happening around the city. From the left-hand side, I can filter to what is of interest to me, such as park amenities in the central district and this tennis facility. All of this is built on those data sets that Austin has been publishing to their open catalog. And through use of this tool, they enable this robust expose into their capital projects. The city of Austin has also worked to better measure and gain insight into how they are performing as a government. The city of Austin is using its cache of data in a proactive way to move from measuring to managing. Having seen that power of data, they're able to capitalize on sharing data in an operational and meaningful way. They are doing this around their Strategic Direction 2023, SD23 for short. SD23 is the middle ground between their 30-year plan and their yearly budget. It's a way for them to bucket their line level operations into departmental containers and finally into top level strategies that make sense to both the public and the organization. In fact, SD23 was largely developed with the public so that the government and the residents were aligned in how to accomplish the city's grand vision. To do this, the city expanded its use of data, focusing on performance reporting. They had a plan, but they needed the means to report status and work being done towards those goals. They needed dashboards and data-driven narratives to communicate effectively. They needed to present that program in a consumer-centric way that enabled discovery, that enabled engagement, and that enabled understanding and action to be taken. This is the City of Austin's Strategic Performance Dashboard. Here we can see in very simple terms those top level strategic areas that are relatable to the city government and to the public. Clicking on one of these, I see that they're able to build dashboards that focus on this high level strategic goal of mobility, but then subcategorize it into a system efficiency and congestion goal, or into transportation cost metrics. I'm even able to drill a level below this, and let's take a look at percent satisfaction with overall maintenance of city sidewalks. Clicking into this measure, I'm able to see a detailed narrative of exactly what this means. I've got my goal, I can see the reporting period, and we're close to our target, but then from this status, I can also read about maybe why we're just close to that target, or how we're trending to hit that target. And I can see additional measure insights, such as an interactive dashboard, which allows me to explore that subject even more, built all on top of the data sets that we first published and showcased in the first section of this talk. Lastly today, I want to talk to you about the power of the collective. Smart cities make up smart counties, and smart counties make up smart states. You are all the bedrock, the foundation of this vision. The state of Texas is leading the way through the work of the Texas Department of Information Resources, DIR for short. Texas DIR serves Texas governments by leading the state's technology strategy, protecting state technology infrastructure, and offering innovative and cost-effective solutions for all levels of Texas government. At Tyler Technologies, we have a vision that we call connected communities. These are communities that are connected, collaborative, and engaged across all levels of government, from cities to states, from residents to elected officials. You all produce so much data as cities on public health, on public safety, on community development, on parks, on too many things for me to keep listing. Gaining access to, enabling discovery of, and collaborating around this data to empower a more informed government and community to take better actions is the dream of connected communities. And the state of Texas DIR is making our dreams come true. Texas DIR enables multi-jurisdictional sharing via Tyler's enterprise data platform. This sharing and data collaboration helps contribute to the overall success of the entire enterprise while creating greater transparency. Via enterprise data sharing, Texas DIR enables vertical sharing through scaling up the sharing capacity within an agency. With more users comes more data, and with more secure authorized access to qualified resource comes more insight and operational gains. Together, we can ensure stakeholders have the most up-to-date information at all times instead of static reports that go out of date quickly. Via enterprise data sharing, Texas DIR enables horizontal data sharing across state agencies and with cities and counties. Agencies can permit access to external users, external to the agency, or they can federate data back and forth between data portals to exchange data like never before. What if you just had access to the data, to a needed resource from an agency partner, and you didn't have to ask them to pull it for you? How cool would that be? This horizontal data exchange is focused on internal needs, but Texas DIR does this with open data as well, federating with cities to truly be the authoritative data provider for the state. As a resident, do I need to know what portal I need to look in, or can I just search one and be guided to the proper location? Vice versa, localities are doing the same, indexing the state's data to provide a similar experience. Lastly, we have movement along that vertical and horizontal direction at the same time, that sweet diagonal. Here we have agencies working more effectively as a unit, spanning multiple agencies, which are sharing between each other with improved data, which leads to collaborative insights. And these insights aren't just run-of-the-mill. They're not small insights. These can be Texas-sized insights that amount to large dollar amounts saved by agencies, by taxpayers, by you. Yes, you watching this video right now. Take, for example, a vertical gain of simply publishing responses to common public records requests. While access to this information is a cornerstone of our democracy and a necessary check and balance, it comes at a cost of employee hours to understand, research, and act on these responses. As a former civil servant, I know that pain. Texas DIR put together a rough calculation around the existing public records response time data and summarized that through data sharing, they had gained $4.3 million back in staff productivity. And folks, this is an old stat. We haven't refreshed the math on this, and it keeps growing. The taxpayer is actively benefiting from not just these savings, but that human capital that was tied up in this process being free to now do other things. Plus, isn't it just easy to go grab the data versus having to ask for it again? Along the diagonal, we have another example of data sharing within an agency and data sharing across agencies. Using justice data and unemployment benefits data, Texas was able to identify fraudulent claims that had gone previously unnoticed and rectify the situation. And this resulted in near $90 million in savings. You heard me right, a cool 90 mil. Talk about the power of data sharing. In closing, I hope this showcase has been effective in sharing how the great state of Texas and its cities are delivering on being smart with data, how they are seeking to expand their brains through enterprise data sharing and effective use of data, which benefits not just the cities themselves, but all of the residents of Texas as well. I hope also you have seen that through the use of Tyler Technologies data and insights platforms, this was not harder, it was better, faster, and stronger. But as the rest of the song goes, our work is never over when delivering for smart cities. So keep up the great work. Enjoy the rest of today's great conference, and if you would like to know more about Tyler Technologies, please visit my colleagues during the event happy hour or scan that QR code on your screen to make an appointment. Take care.